I'm Frank Klegon, Executive Vice President of Product Development for DaimlerChrysler Group.
Frank, we're here today at your Dodge stability, body strength, chassis strength. It's amazing what you guys do for the customers that come to the auto shows. But tell us today what you have shown to the journalists.
Well, first, thanks for noticing. I mean, this is just a great little setup here that we can do, and Chicago gives us the place and the size to do that. Today specifically, we had a couple of real big introductions that we think are real important for both Dodge and our customers. One, we gave an update to the Dodge Dakota, which is our mid-size pickup truck. All new freshening, so a new front end, new interior, a lot of new features from a storage perspective, and also, most importantly, an all-new V8 engine. And what's neat about it is we've increased the horsepower to 290 horsepower and increased the torque, but also by doing that, increase the fuel economy.
So your dealers are going to love it, and hopefully your customers will love it.
Oh yeah, no, I think the customer, everybody gets the benefit. I mean, the customer gets more power, more performance, better fuel economy, and one of the other things I think is important, it's also E85 ethanol capable. So, you know, as the availability comes more, I mean, the vehicle will be able to run completely comfortable on E85.
So it's a flex fuel vehicle.
It's a full flex fuel vehicle.
How many flex fuel vehicles do you have in your lineup?
Well, right now, from a historical perspective, we've produced about 1.5 million vehicles that are flexible fuel, about 500,000 more next year in our fleet, and primarily all of our engines, all our vehicles that are equipped with 4.7 V8s, so primarily on our truck lineup side and our Jeep lineup side, all those engines are flex fuel capable. All of our new front-wheel drive mid-size cars, the Avenger and the Sebring with the 2.7-liter V6, also all flex fuel vehicles. So we can see we have quite an extensive lineup of flex fuel vehicles already.
And on the PZEV side, partial zero emissions vehicle, that really help in California with the emissions, how many of those do you have out on the road?
Well, that's just, you know, we're just at the beginning of that phase where we have several of our small cars are certified PZEV, which is a, you know, important initiative as well. But we also do, you know, the kind of interesting thing, a little part of our company called GEM, where we make full electric vehicles, are also very popular in California as a neighborhood vehicle. So we do full electric vehicles all the way from, you know, and all the way up to fuel cell vehicles as well as part of the process.
And you have some Dodge Sprinters that are plug-in.
Yeah, the Sprinter it's a very interesting experiment from the standpoint of learning R&D with the customer. So, you know, it's a plug-in hybrid, as you mentioned. They're in fleets with Fed Express, you know, and so from that perspective, it's a plug-in at night. You plug it in, you charge up the electric batteries. They can, you know, they run X number of miles depending on, you know, load and things like that. Then the gasoline engine takes over. So it's great in the city, you know, it's great for these kind of deliveries. And it's the beginning of a different technology. I think at the end of the day, there's not one single solution to all these different, you know, opportunities to improve efficiency, less reliance on petrols, if you will. So it's whether it's, you know, hybrids or plug-in hybrids or fuel cells or biodiesel, which is another place that we spend a lot of time and investment in biodiesel, where everything that we produce on the diesel side of our vehicles is able to run on B5 biodiesel.
Yeah, I understand that Chrysler is going to be using Mercedes components a lot more. You want to talk about that?
Well, what I would say is what we are doing together, and this is not new from a perspective of, you know, two companies joining together as a global organization. We continue to look for those opportunities to do things together, to commonize and share parts. So it's not, you know, Chrysler parts going on Mercedes vehicles, Mercedes parts going on Chrysler vehicles. It's new parts, DaimlerChrysler components that we're designing together that can span the whole product lineup. I mean, there are many products and components on a vehicle that really the customer doesn't differentiate. It's not a value statement for the customer. Things under starters, alternators, batteries, wiring, door latches. Those are things that the customer primarily is interested in, is quality and reliability. You just care that it starts every day, runs every day. It's not really a differentiator. So why not take advantage of the opportunity, economies of scale, lower price because of that, improve reliability because it's tested, and reduce development time. So we've been on this path for some time. We'll continue on this path to look for things that we can design together, you know, and essentially benefit the consumer.
You just National Auto Dealer Association just ended yesterday.
Yeah.
How are the dealers doing? What are they saying to you guys? Are they happier than they were 2 months ago?
Well, I think so. I mean, from a perspective, my side is to deliver a bunch of products. And last year we delivered 10 new products, 8 more coming their way this year. So I think that makes them very happy. I mean, I love the new entries that we're doing from a standpoint of very efficient small cars and crossovers. The dealer relationship that Tom Lasorda's taken over that, and I think that's improving significantly. We reduced our inventory by about 100,000 units in the first month over last year, so everybody's very, very pleased in that direction. And we continue to expand our product line. I think the other thing you see today that we introduced is the expansion of our big truck market. I mean, we're entering into the consumer or commercial truck market where we haven't been in 30 years, and really expanding where Dodge trucks are. So the dealers that are on that side of the business are extremely pleased.
You're also going to have a lot more competition in the truck market with the Asians.
Well, they've been there. They are continuing to bring more product. I mean, and I look at every competitor that comes to the table, whether it's a new one or renewal, as a formidable competitor. And we have to stay on the top of our game from a product development perspective. New product coming, right pricing that goes with that. But I was very pleased to see that in the first month of January, Ram sales were actually up 14% over last year. So the product lives on very strong in the consumer's mind. But it's a very competitive market. I mean, I hope they're looking the same way as we get very serious about entering the car market with ours. So you can see bringing Avenger and Calibers that we're heading straight on in the other direction. While they're heading into the trucks, we're heading straight on into their dominant position on cars with very, very strong competitors.
Frank, thank you very much.
You're welcome.